PNP supporters stage protest against selected candidate. Religious leader is among three persons charged. People protest another police shooting of a teenager. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. A group of People's National Party supporters staged a protest against the candidacy of Patricia Scarlett Forrester in Northwest St. Elizabeth on Thursday. The protest was staged in Magoti. In an interview, the supporters complained that the PNP candidates have not been meeting with party workers and constituents as part of the campaign for the upcoming general elections. They have called for the leadership of the party to intervene in that matter. Mrs. Scarlett Forrester will be challenging the GLP's Andrew Morrison for the seat, which is held formerly by J.C. Hutchinson, who will not be seeking re-election. A religious leader is among three persons charged by detectives assigned to the National Strategic Anti-Gang Division of CTOC in connection with the abduction of a 13-year-old Clarendon student on Monday, April 7. The accused has been identified as 60-year-old Byron Hunter, who is the leader of a religious group being described as a cult. Donna Mae Taylor, 35, and 38-year-old Russia Hunter, all of Iwatan in St. Catherine. Investigators revealed that the teen was taken from her home without the knowledge or consent of her mother. A missing persons report was filed and the matter was brought to the attention of NSAD detectives who immediately launched an investigation. They were led to a home in Iwatan in St. Catherine on Tuesday of April 15, where the missing teen was found living among members of a religious group. Two other teens were also found in that home. Meanwhile, the Spanish Town Police have arrested a second suspect in relation to Saturday's arson attack in the Greenvale community in St. Catherine. Three trucks were burned in the early morning attack. Residents apprehended one of the suspects and turned him over to the police, and police later arrested a second suspect. Both men are now being interviewed by investigators. One of the trucks was lost in the attack, and two others suffered serious damages. A man who raped a teenager at gunpoint at her home in Hanover in 2021 will serve 15 years in prison. Shanavan Brown of Old Pen in the parish was charged with 2 counts of rape, illegal possession of firearm, and making use of a firearm to commit a scheduled offense. Brown was found guilty following a trial in the Western Regional Gun Court in February of this year. On April 9th, he was sentenced to 15 years at hard labor on each count, and the sentences are to run concurrently. The court heard that in September of 2021, Brown broke into the complainant's home and sexually assaulted her with her family watching. After receiving a report, the police began looking into the situation, and following the police investigation, Brown was apprehended and charged 3 months later. And according to the police, Brown and other individuals threatened the witnesses, causing the trial in the Western Regional Gun Court to start later than planned on multiple occasions. The case then went to trial, and Brown was found guilty after the witnesses were added to the Witness Protection Program. Following the shooting death of a teenager during a joint security force operation Saturday morning, angry neighbors shut down Terminal Road in Old Harbor and set fires to debris, prompting the St. Catherine South Police to try to defuse the situation. The official police account states that Tiani Stevens, who is 17 years old, was shot during a home invasion and that a Browning 9mm handgun with 7 rounds of ammunition was confiscated. While the police are looking for a wanted individual, locals said they are targeting young men on Terminal Road. Tiani's mother is adamant that her son's death was an execution and that it was not justifiable. On to sports, a miscalculation at the end might have cost the West Indies women's a place at the ICC World Cup in India despite their record-breaking performance against Thailand on Saturday. The West Indies had bowled out Thailand for 166, so set 167 to win. The Caribbean women needed to reach their target within 10 overs. However, despite the highest ever power play score in 50 overs history, the West Indies came up short as they were 156 for 3 at that stage. The Caribbean women eventually got the victory at 168 for 4 in 10.5 overs, which is the fastest run chase in the history of cricket. Captain Haley Matthews led the way with 70 from 29 deliveries, while Jamaican Chanel Henry made 48 runs from 17 balls. Earlier, Thailand were sent to bat. They were bowled out for 166. On to football. Premier League last night. Results are Humble Lions and Dunbeholden played to a 1-all draw. Mullines were 3-1 winners over Racing United. Mount Pleasant continued their winning way, beating Montego Bay United 2-0. Waterhouse beat Portmore 2-0, while Tivoli Gardens edged Harborview 2-1. And tonight we'll see Cavaliers facing Chapelton Maroons, while Arnett Gardens will face last place Vere United. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bounce. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I gone.